the only guard to play with one team for 20 years.
You know, I don't quit. I keep pushing and pushing and pushing to see if I can figure this damn thing out. That's who I am, and I'll try my best, and I'll keep on going, man. My brain, it cannot process failure. It will not process failure. I love what I do. And it's as simple as that. I get so much enjoyment from it. Once I made that commitment and said I wanted to be one of the greatest ever, then the game became everything for me. I knew that I was not going to be stopped. So at the age of 18, this was my life. So you can't possibly become better than me because you're not spending the time on it that I do. Even if you want to spend the time on it, you can't. Because you have other things, you have other responsibilities that are taking you away from it. So I already won. It's a lifestyle. It's a full-time commitment. When you make a choice and say, come hell or high water, I'm going to be this, then you should not be surprised when you are that. When we say this cannot be accomplished, this cannot be done, then we are shortchanging ourselves. When you try hard enough, dare enough, trust yourself enough, you will always go further. I think everybody's born with creativity, but I believe it's the trust in yourself and the trust in your emotions to talk to yourself, so to speak, to become your own psychologist, to let your emotions out on a piece of paper. To not be afraid of anything, not be afraid of what people think, not be afraid of what people may say. Just be yourself.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Whitney House. I'm the CEO of The Creator, and today we're going to continue the series called The Vision. Yes, The Vision. I started in my last video where I talked more about my Nike Blazers and how I transformed that thing. You know what I'm saying? Transform that thing. Check that out. I'm going to leave a link down below, above, however you guys want to view it. But other than that, you guys, we're going to jump into today's breakdown of from the beginning to end the Converse Chuck Tellers for Kobe Bryant after his death. So we're going to jump right into this thing. So as you guys know, RIP to Kobe Bryant. It was definitely a difficult time. That joint took me out. I was over it. Like, I remember exactly, I know exactly where I was at. I knew exactly how it went down. Like, I was at the supermarket with my sister, and we was in the aisle shopping, whatever, and she was on her phone and she was like, what? So I'm like, what? What's going on? Like, tell me what's going on, sis. And she was like, yo, Kobe Bryant is dead. I said, excuse me? I was like, nah, this gotta be a lie. Like, this can't be real. Like, this is not real reality. Like, this can't be true. So I go on my social media feed and like I'm scrolling, all I see is like RIP. And I was like, yo, that drink took me out. Like, my whole life had just was on a still, like literally like a still. Like, you ever just have that moment where you just like, is this real life? Am I really here? Am I, what's happening? So that happened, and I was just like, very burdened by it, because like, I won't say he was like I can't be out here and be like lying. He was my favorite basketball player, but what I can say is that, he played a huge role in me as a basketball player. Like, yes, your girl used to be out here hooping, alright? Don't get it twisted. Before like creation and stuff, I was out here hooping, alright? So, but yeah, I literally, with him, seeing him playing in the NBA, like growing up, he was one of the people you talked about. Like, nah, if you ain't Kobe, if you're Kobe's not your top 5, then you trash. Like, basically you trash. So that's literally how things, that I've always looked up to Kobe in terms of like his skill and just the fact that he played on, like, talk about loyalty. When he played on just one team for his whole entire career, like, what? Talk about loyalty, like, bruh. So that, I honored that about him, because he always was very loyal to the LA Lakers, and that, I was like, yo, that's the homie right there. But yeah, so basically that happened, the death happened, and I was just, me being an artist, I always wanted to figure out a way to make it, you know, to use whatever emotions I'm going through and create my way through it. Like, that's how I get things done, is me creating through it. So I was like, you know what, I need to come up with a concept, come up with something that I can do. Of course, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a kick, I'm gonna do a sneaker. So at first I was thinking about Air Force, I was thinking about a pair of Jordans, I was thinking about different sneakers, whatever. But then my homegirl Face, who just started, this is a shameless plug, who just started her YouTube channel, she gave me a bunch of kicks to customize, and I was like, yo, I hit her up like, yo, can I like use Chuck Taylors that you gave me to customize for Kobe Bryant? She was like, of course, sis, of course, go ahead, do your thing. So I was like, yo, I appreciate, listen, if you guys have some time, check out Face page. Like, she's always giving reviews, like, in depth of what sneakers to buy, what sneakers not to buy, how comfortable, the material, all that. Like, she's the GOAT of that. Check that out. I'm gonna leave a link down below. But anyway, back to the story. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna do a Chuck Taylor. Like, and one thing about a Chuck Taylor, if y'all don't know, I'm about to school y'all on a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna school y'all. So with Chuck Taylors, back in the days, you know, sneakers, you know, we ain't have Nike. They ain't have Nike and all that. They ain't have, yo, Yeezys or Fear of God and all that. They ain't have none of them type of swag back then. The only thing they had was Chuck Taylors. First it was Converse, right? Converse came out, I think, don't correct me on this information. This is what I read briefly, so listen, do your own research. Back to the story. So Converse came out. They had they footwear, whatever. This is like 1917. They had just came out. They was, you know, just the canvas and just sneakers. They just had sneakers. Then later on down the line, a dude named Chuck Taylor came through and was like, yo, fam, we need better kicks. Son, let me hook y'all up. So he came in as a designer, restyled the whole Converse sneaker. After a while, athletically, that's when basketball became, like, you know, popular and stuff like that. And so they was like, yo, we need kicks. So Converse was literally probably the only footwear that was really out like that. So Converse started, you know, Chuck Taylors. That's how the name Chuck Taylors came about, because your homeboy Chuck Taylor, blah blah blah. Anyways, Chuck Taylor came through. He redesigned the sneaker, and you know that little star on the inside, that was for folks when they play basketball, to support your ankle. Listen, this is just information that I found online. I don't know if it's true, but you know what I'm saying. Like, yo, this would be a perfect sneaker to bring back the original style of footwear in basketball. That's how I came up with the whole concept of using Converse sneakers for this whole, like, production and stuff like that. Then, you know, of course, I had to come through with the yellow, because you already know that's like the home team for Kobe Bryant, Los Angeles Lakers. If you guys don't know, if you guys are not basketball fans like me, you know what I'm saying, there's always two separate color schemes for NBA players. One color scheme is for when you playing at home, your home court, and then the second color is for when you playing away from your actual city. With the yellow, I was like, you know what, of course I'm gonna do the yellow. That's the vibe. So I did the yellow, and I knew I wanted to do an all yellow, just to really make sure that people understood that this was, you know, from his home. Because when you're playing at home, that's when you get the most support. Like, as a basketball player, any player, when you playing at your home court, that's when you get the most support, people cheering you on, people saying, yo, you lit, you lit, you lit. So that's the reason why I made sure that it was predominantly yellow. The side of the sneaker is where I decided to really go into a small detail of using Kobe's numbers, where he, as you guys know, he's used 2 different numbers in his career, the number 8 and then the number 24. So both of those numbers are symbolic of his career, where I wanted to really emphasize. I also didn't want it to make it so big on the sneaker where it overpacked the whole sneaker. So I made it really small and detailed, so that way, you know, you ever wrote your name on Converses? I don't know if you guys were back then, but like, you ever just wrote your name like on the side? It's kind of like a signature. Like, it's kind of like a signature thing, was like, yo, like, I own these. Like, these are mine. These my kicks. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Feel me? Anyways, the other part of the aesthetic of the sneaker was I wanted to add the purple laces. Now with the purple laces, I'm pretty sure people was like, yo, like, why did you come up with the extravagant purple laces? Like, how do you do that to us? So if you guys notice that that's kind of like my concept, my own little twist to certain sneakers. You guys check out the last video I created. You can see, like, I used the shoestring, you know, the neon green shoestrings around the whole sneaker. The concept I got from that is the off-white sneaker brand. If you guys ever seen that, the collaboration with Nike and Virgil, you guys can see all of that, like, you know, how he really just utilized the whole rope around the sneaker, and that concept came from actually hiking sneakers. So I wanted to also, I'm very inspired by him, so I used that same concept in this particular sneaker, so that way I could, you know, I just wanted to give it a little twist, I wanted to give it a little flip, you know what I mean? So I did that, and you know, I really made it very, like, as you guys know, I take my time on certain things in terms of detailing. So I really had to make sure it was placed in a certain way. The zigzag on the side was placed a certain way. Like, I did a whole, yeah, I know my brain, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think very detailed oriented. So the other thing too is that the way the string is wrapped around the whole sneaker is, you know, if you guys ever owned a pair of Chuck Taylors or Converse, y'all know them shoelaces be crazy long. Like, they be long forever. And, you know, I wanted to mimic that same concept with the sneaker. And one of the reasons I believe that the shoelaces were always so long, because again, going back to the basketball concept of, you know, NBA players wearing it, was to support your ankle down at the bottom. You know, when you playing ball, you crossing over and all that. Listen, your ankle need as much support. Honestly, I don't know how they was wearing them joints in the NBA, because, you know, them joints is vicious. Like, they are not that comfortable, and to be playing a 4-quarter just straight up NBA kind of style, I don't know, child. But shout out to the folks, shout out to the early NBA players that was out here shooting in the gym, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I added a little bit of a extra twist by adding the aglets at the end, which is the silver part. You see the silver part? That little silver part is just to give it like more of an athletic kind of vibe. And then also with the finishing of the lace lock, which is that little clear thing in the front. That was, you know, I just want to give it a little twist, something to give it a little, you know, I'm very big on detail, so I just wanted to make sure that the detailing of everything was on fleek, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, other than that, you guys, that's how I came up with the concept. That's the breakdown. And you know, so far everybody been loving them. Everybody's like, yo, these joints is fire. And you know, like I mentioned in the last video, of course I gotta take product shots. I gotta take, you know, with these particular sneakers, I kept it raw. I took the pictures on my phone and, you know, just posted them. People was like, yo, son, like, how'd you come up with this? Blah, blah, blah. This is fire. So I wanted to share that with you guys, because I already know, just wanted to answer the question, you know, how did I come up with the vision? How did you come up with the vision? How did you come up with the vision? So I was like, you know what? let me share that little knowledge. Let me drop a little palm or two, little gem or two for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification, y'all, so that way we could keep these videos keep going, so that way, you know, I can get acknowledged on YouTube. I'm trying to get acknowledged on YouTube. So support, you know, drop a comment if you guys like it. If you don't like it, don't even think about dropping a comment, because I don't really want to hear it. No, I'm joking, but I mean, it's best that you just don't, because I'm probably not gonna respond to it. But other than that, you guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll holla at y'all.
Be peace.
Be life.
Be wrong.
Alright.
Be strong.
Be bold.
Be black.
Be gold.
Be love.
Be love.
Be love.
Be love.
Be love.
Be love.